Cheers. Is that good?
Yeah, I'm nursing it because I've only been up 5 minutes.
I must admit, I slept through my alarm and Alfie's prodding me going, you need to get up.
You've not had to drive nearly an hour to get here.
That's true. That's true. I don't know how you managed it, actually.
I didn't speed.
Well done.
Not at all.
Well done.
I'm just going to be nursing my coffee for 5 minutes.
Good morning. Morning, everyone.
Hi.
So this is my friend Mike Deakin, also known as MikeDeakinArt.com. Is that what it is? UK.
No, .com and actually .uk. Oh. I've got both. Posh me, you know.
Got both. Get you. So we're doing a launch today, aren't we?
We are doing a launch today, yes.
Brand spanking new launch. Really excited about this, aren't we?
Yes. We've had lots of fun with this one.
We have, yeah, and it's brilliant. You're going to love it. Where should we start? Start at the beginning, shall we?
A very good place to start, as somebody once said.
So, are you with us yet? Have you got your cup of tea? Have you got your slice of toast?
Are you sitting comfortably?
That's right. Got your slippers on because it's a bit nippy this morning, isn't it? It is.
Yeah, a little bit. The sun is just poking through.
It is. It is nice and sunny out there. So even the birds are a bit quiet this morning, aren't they?
Well, they're probably frightened. When we get together.
Yeah, scary thought. So I'm going to show you all the new stuff.
And I've been attacked.
Oh,
Hello, Mr. Bentley. Go on.
So Mr. Bentley, Daisy and Duke are having great fun because they're running up and down the garden and they are... Let me move the camera and show you. Very, very excitable. Very excitable dummies.
Well, it's a play date for them as well, isn't it?
It is a play date for them. Yeah, so they're having so much fun, which is brilliant. So should go back to what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, okay. So I was supposed to be saying hello to people as well. Or are you going to do that?
You can say hello. No.
Joe Marsh is here.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Wendy.
I'm Wendy.
Hi, Karen.
Lorna. Hi, darling.
Who we missed?
Lots.
Lots. Louise. Morning, Louise.
Excellent. Hi, everybody. It's so good to be here with you. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're doing a new launch this morning. So I'm going to start off with doing a demo and showing you exactly what we're launching. Mm-hmm. But stay tuned because I'll be doing a demo. And then you've got time to go and get yourself another cup of tea. And then Mike's going to do another one at 11 a.m. So we'll swap places.
Yeah, but I will be chipping in.
Yeah, of course you will. Of course you will. Of course he'll be chipping in. He's going to sit here with me.
I'm not going to sit there quiet for an hour.
No, that's true. Isn't that an impossible task?
Yes. Completely.
Right, and the dogs will be in and out, so it'll be mayhem. Complete and utter mayhem. So just like normal then.
Yeah, just like normal.
We found a nice place to go for lunch for you.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, new place that's opened in Retford.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
With dogs.
With dogs.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, with dogs. It's not called the Lounge, but it's on the Market Square. Anyway, shall we do it?
Yeah. All these people waiting. Talking about lunch.
Yeah, yay! What's this? This is lightning fast cast resin. This is amazing. I did add a word in because I rung up and said, hello, I've got a name for the new resin. And she said, yeah, what's that? I said, lightning. And she went, too late. We've called it Fast Cast Resin. So I'm going to call it Lightning Fast Cast Resin.
Fine. Well, we did consider, was it Rapid Cast?
Rapid Cast.
Speedy Cast.
Speedy Cast,
yeah. Flash Cast.
I like Flash Cast.
Well, yeah.
That's good. But Fast Cast, this is brilliant. Why? Because it is specially made for moulds, and it cures in how long?
Demoldable in 30 minutes.
30 minutes!
I know. Do you have to wait 24 hours
Fantastic.
anymore?
And it creates a lovely creamy ivory colour.
Chocolate. White chocolate.
White chocolate. Yeah, don't eat it, please.
You'll chip your teeth.
Yeah, you will chip your teeth. But the detail is fantastic that you get from it. Anyway, let me just go through. So it is 1 part A to 1 part B.
That's the best part about it.
That is, yeah. And it's equal quantities. You do weigh it, but it's super simple to weigh. You get 100 grams of each bottle. You get 5 little tubs to mix it in, and you get your mixing sticks. But like always, I use these. I use the silicone ones. You do too, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. And these are available on the website. So, how much is it all?
Well, so you got 2 Fast Cast Resin starter kits.
Oh, if you get, what, 2
So
sets?
they're $29.99 each, or there is an offer on if you want to.
Right.
What?
Okay. So you've just given me the offers then?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so one kit is $29.95. 99 for one kit.
Yeah.
But if you buy 2, it's...
It's $44.99.
But that's
Wow.
just for this weekend.
Yeah, that's the offer. So recommended retail for that is $59.98 normally.
Yeah.
So for this weekend, it's $44.99.
For 2 of these kits.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Excellent.
That's pretty darn good. That.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, so what does it look like? Let me just show you. Let me put these at the top here. Let me just show you what these can look like. So we have loads of lovely moulds on the show today. So this is one of the Ziori moulds.
Which they're all 20% off for this weekend.
Wow, that's great. 20% off
Off the Zuri mold.
of the Ziori moulds.
I didn't know that. No, that's brilliant.
That's
I'll be able to tell me
fantastic.
bills before I go home then. Get that one quiet from me.
So this has got the ampersand in. What's this one called? Question mark and an exclamation mark. So that's one of the Ziori molds. I love these numbers. These are just beautiful. These are just gorgeous. Do you want to hold a couple up to the close-up camera for me, maybe?
I will.
54, your age. He's not. He's only 23.
Notice I'm doing that slight angle look.
Yes, very good. Beautifully done.
54. Thought we were friends. Can you get the detail? Or is it a
Probably
bit-
go a bit closer, actually. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, aren't those gorgeous?
That's better.
Yeah, there you
Try and
go.
get it in the middle of the screen, Mike.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So these are all the numbers, and look at the detail you get with the resin. It's just really good. So how have you found it, Mike?
I absolutely love it. Out of the resins that I've played with so far, this is definitely my favourite.
Yeah.
Because it's so simple to calculate what you need to put together, mix together, because it's just the same part A as the same part B. So 10 grams of A, 10 grams of B. You can't go wrong, really.
No, you can't. And you only mix it for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So you're not sat there mixing for ages.
Yeah, but just in case if anybody knocks up the door while you're doing it, it does have a pot life of up to 8 minutes.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know that.
No, but you get better results if you pour straight after you finish the 30 seconds.
Because the great thing I found was that when you pour it, when it's mixed, it's really, really fluid and liquidy.
Yes.
So that means that it really gets into all the tiny details of a mould.
If you've got a mould which has got lots of intricate detail, it's best to get it poured straight after that.
That's right.
But if there's not so much, maybe, I think we've been having the place wrecked behind us.
Yeah, 3 dogs.
Yeah, but then you can maybe leave it a bit longer.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So, Alfie, can you just change the camera back over? These are the numbers, all right? We love these numbers. Now, let's get on to...
He's trying to steal treats.
This is the gear set. Now, this is really fabulous, this gear set. This is gear set 2, but they're almost like mandalas. I just really love these, and they're so beautiful. They're great for putting stuff over the top. This is just bedlam, isn't it? It's just so funny.
He's asking for treats. What, are you hungry? Is that what it is? Let me just dish some treats out and I'll quieten them down a bit.
Yeah, that's right. So these are great for layering up. So can you put the other camera on again, please, darling? There we go. So layering up numbers, butterflies, moths. I'll give it a chance to. It looks fantastic. And these are just gorgeous. The detail in these is just fantastic. So these are still the Ziori moulds. This is Gears Set 1. So you're still going to get 20% off that. So how much are these, Alfie?
Now you're asking, hang on.
Is she throwing you in at the deep end?
Yeah.
So the gear sets are just over £20 with the 20% off.
Excellent.
Usually £26.
That one's got a dog hair in it.
It has. Just blow that off. That's hilarious.
We get everywhere.
We do. Do you want to show them those for me? But I love the fact that these are...
All right.
All right.
It's all right.
Oh, it's the treats.
Yeah.
It's the treats.
Now, this one you've already painted.
Lee's asked, can you add luscious to this resin?
It just happens that I've painted that one. Show that one.
Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah.
So you don't want to add luscious into the resin because the resin is already ivory. Look at that, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So what will happen is the ivory colour will it will knock out the shine, won't it?
Yes, it will dull the mica.
Yes,
Yeah.
it will cover the mica so you won't see the mica. But the colour, it will change the colour.
As well.
So it's like adding an ivory colour to the resin.
Right, it's like adding white to something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So whatever colour you've got, when you add it to the ivory coloured resin, it will turn it into a pastel.
That's
because
right.
you're adding white. But you don't need to add it to the resin.
No, because you can actually paint it on top.
Yes, you can paint it on top. And we will show you exactly how to do that without the luscious powders reactivating later on.
Yeah.
So if you're worried about, because they're water reactive, if you're worried about them being water reactive and maybe rubbing off or smudging, don't worry, because we've got an answer for you. Because
Mike has come up with a fabulous technique. And it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I'm so jealous that I didn't think about it first. So they're absolutely brilliant. So don't worry about that. But of course, you can paint them with metallic paints as well. So let's have a look at the rest of these moulds. Okay, this is Swan Dreams. Okay, so this one I haven't demolded yet. Just to let you know, you don't get the resin item with it. It's just I've left them in after I've mixed it, just so I can show you how it demolds. So let me just, a bit awkward doing it back to front, but there we go. You just pull around the edges.
Want to go to the overhead?
Yeah. Pull around the edges like this, but then I want to go back to the other one and show them the detail. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, we'll go back to the other.
Do you want me to hold it?
Yes, please.
You'll try and move it to the middle, and then there you go. If I catch it in the light.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Whose idea was it to put a light there?
It was Alfie's, actually. So that's
Everybody
gorgeous.
thinking knew what it was doing.
Yeah. So that's Swan Dreams, and that's another Ziori mould with 20% off. That's beautiful, isn't it?
There's a lot of, try and get it in the middle, there we go. A lot of detail. You can see the flowers and that kind of stuff there, look, already. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Next we have Butterfly Fae. So this is a fairy basically, and all these, I I knew I'd do that if I wasn't careful. So I've actually broken this because I haven't been careful enough. But this is why it's good to demould after 30 minutes. I did this yesterday and I wanted to show you me demoulding it. But the trouble with...
but not all is lost, you know.
No, not at all, because you can stick it back together again. When you get when you mix up your next load of resin, you just... Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
But you can also use super glue.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I've stuck it together with super thick as well. Super thick embossing.
Yeah.
Not embossing, super thick slap it on.
Yeah, if you can't wait, then super glue.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, because I snapped off the bones of a skull and crossbones.
Oh.
And I was a bit upset, and Ian just went, there you go.
So, I've actually painted this one. So, what I've done is I've used all the new released paints here. Sorry, the dog's getting overexcited. I've used all the new colours of paints here, and I've used the metallics paints here on her dress, so that you can see the differences between those. And then the added glitter is the Slap It On fabric sparkles on that one. So we'll go to the close-up camera again.
Sorry, somebody just said they've lost sound. So I just wondered.
Yeah, it looks okay on our system.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so there you go, if you want to hold that up for everyone. So that's lovely, isn't it? So that glitter there is the Slap It On fabric sparkles. So just because it says fabric on it doesn't mean to say that you can't use it on hard surfaces. So that works really, really nicely, doesn't it? So that's pretty, isn't it?
Pretty. She's going. She's going. There we go.
That's lovely. So I will just show you those paints. So we launched these on Wednesday with Let Leonie Loose, and they're just gorgeous ice cream colours.
Yeah.
The set, if you want, you can buy the set, and it's called Ice Baby, and we've done that at a special offer, haven't we, Alfie? That was...
have we?
Yeah, you did it on special offer. I saw on the website.
Well, if you haven't, you are now.
You are now, that's right. So we have Strawberry Dream, which is a lovely, soft... it looks like crushed strawberries mixed with fresh cream, doesn't it?
Like eating mess.
Eating mess.
Num, num.
Pistachio, a really soft pistachio.
All six colours for £20.
Yeah,
Right.
there you go.
Wow,
Right.
brilliant. All 6 for 20 quid. Mint choc chip,
My favourite.
is it? Blueberry. Do you know what my favourite ice cream is?
Go on.
Rum and raisin.
Oh, wow.
Tamar's rum and raisin.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course,
to die
'cause it's got
for.
rum in it. Not saying you're a lush or anything, but ...
Then we have blueberry, forest fruits.
So Sarah's asked, will the resin work with plastic moulds or just silicone?
Like the Stamperia ones, because they're kind of like that
Yeah,
plastic. I think they're more suited to chocolate, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And
I suppose it depends
the paste.
it depends how flexible the mould is.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the Stamperia ones are more suited to paper clay and
the cream as well.
Yeah.
That cream, moulding cream.
the paste.
Because that is still soft when you demould it.
Yeah.
So you can still get it out. Whereas the resin goes very hard. So you need some flexibility in the mould in order to demould it. And if it's rigid, it's going to be difficult to get out unless you use a release paste as well. So
or you can dust with corn flour.
Yeah, or with Luscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so, and then Mr. Blue Sky. We've just called it Blue Sky. Okay, so those are the beautiful new paints that I've used on her wings. And then I've used metallics on here. So the metallic colours, I'll show you later because I'll be using those. Okay, so next we have butterfly wings. So I will try and not ruin these.
The dogs are very quiet.
That's a bit worrying, isn't it, when they're quiet? Yeah. It's like children, isn't it? It's fine until they go really quiet, and then you're like, you can just go and check what they're up to. So it's a lovely big mould. Here you can see it's big as my hand there. So there's lots you can do with that. And then the detail on it is just beautiful. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I like the way the wings are separate as well, so you can do different things with them.
You can tuck them behind.
Yeah. And then, Alfie, if you go to the other camera for me. There we go. And those are painted with the new matte paints.
Do you know what these remind me of?
What?
Do you remember when we were kids and used to get those little bracelets with the sweets on them?
Yeah, that's right.
These look
just like them.
those sweets.
They do. They really, really do. So there's a
dog trying to steal treats.
Oh dear me.
Hey, be quiet. You're world famous. You should know better.
So that's butterfly wings. Just let me show you what's going on here. What are you doing?
What are you trying to do? I know. What? I know what you're after. I think somebody wants Mr. Teddy, but they'll fight.
Yeah, they'll fight over Mr. Teddy.
Right, so anyway. You hush up, child. So shall I try and get it a bit... Kay's moving now. Look, there you go.
Okay, sorry, I moved it. There we go. Okay, so the next one is... so that one was called Butterfly Wings. This one... What's Mermaid Whispers. There we go. Mermaid Whispers. This is really, really lovely. I love this one. This is just beautiful.
You're hungry, aren't you?
Upside down, turn it around.
This is just absolutely beautiful. Stunning. So this is the one that I've painted.
Go to this one.
Mike, you can do the honours.
Try and get in the middle. There we go.
So that I've painted that half in metallic paints, and I've left her skin tone plain because it's that lovely soft ivory, and then her hair I've painted in the new ice cream Ice Baby paints, and then I finished off with just a hint of Luscious over the top, just to give it a little
highlight.
Of a highlight. That's right.
I have to remember that left is right and right is left on this camera.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Lovely, isn't she? Really beautiful. Okay, so now on to the beautiful pre-molds. This is Baroque frames. I think this has got to be one of my favourites. I just love frames, and these are just the perfect sizes. What I
still
love
on overhead or
sorry.
no? You're chattering away there. Look, and they can't even see what you're talking about.
Yeah. So here we go. This I love these Prima molds because they've utilised every last millimetre of space, literally every last piece, which is just beautiful. They're a really big size. They're huge.
And a very good price.
And they're an amazing price, especially with the dollar being stronger now. They should be about £30. But how much are you selling them for, Alfie?
They're $17.99.
That's a ridiculous price. Totally ridiculous. So you need to get these in your baskets quick because they are just amazing.
One thing I have found with this release, this year's release from Finnabair, is that the moulds are slightly more flexible than the previous ones.
Yes, they are, which is so much easier to demold.
It's better. So they've obviously listened to feedback on the last set that she did.
Yeah.
And these ones are a lot more flexible, which is
You're
brilliant.
absolutely right. Absolutely right. So this is painted again using the metallic paints. Okay, let's start going through these quicker. So this is the locks and keys. absolutely beautiful locks and keys. Again, you don't get the actual mould with it. You get the mould, but you don't get the, what's this called? Cast. You don't get the cast. This is what I've actually done just to show you. Do you want to go to the close-up camera with those?
I think we'll have to go right in.
Melissa's joined from Tennessee.
Hey,
Hi.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Must be very early in the morning for her.
Very early morning.
Gosh. Or middle of the night, even. Duke, no. Go away.
There we go on that one.
Right, we're on overhead.
Okay, so you get, the lovely thing about this is you get so much in the mould. They, as I said, they utilise every last little piece. So you get just so much lovely stuff to play with. Of course, you don't have to pour into everything at once. If you just want to cast this one, you can do. You don't have to utilise every last bit.
I find it really useful to have that those extra small bits on.
Yes.
If you have got a little left over, you've got the perfect opportunity to cast something else and not waste it.
That's right. And also, with the resin being really liquid when you first pour it, you can get into all these tiny, tiny little areas, which with some resins it can be difficult to get all the detail when it's so tiny. So this mould is Steampunk Hearts. This is really lovely and unusual because you've got this heart shape, and you've got
anatomical hearts, isn't it?
Anatomical, and you've also got the front piece of it as well. So you can actually put them together like this and create 3D like this.
I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
I never noticed that before.
Did you not?
No.
Which I think is fabulous, really fantastic. So anatomical heart in different sizes, and the other thing that they've done is they've designed it so that across the board they work as well. You've got some cogs that I've overpoured a little bit, but I also love these hearts as well.
Yeah.
I think these are quite a favourite of mine, and I've actually really enjoyed using these. So do you want to go to the close-up camera for those? Isn't that gorgeous? I just think it's such a lovely idea.
I'm glad my nails are clean.
Yeah. That's lovely, isn't it? And there's the anatomical heart, or one of them.
Oh, Melissa says it's 3:30 in the morning in Tennessee.
Oh, is it?
Oh, bless.
Oh, bless your cotton socks. Well done for getting up to see us. Unless, of course, it was a case of you can't sleep, so what should you do?
Yeah.
I'll be out the door for work, then remembered we were live.
Oh, wow. Well done, you.
There we go.
So that's the anatomical heart, which is really interesting, really different. Okay, so the next one is Love Machine. So you've got a really big anatomical heart with the cogs in there. You've got a really lovely big couple of cogs in here, which are just, chunky and beautiful. And then a selection of smaller ones, which is just fantastic.
Yeah, and they can be layered as well, can't they? So
Yeah.
you can put one on top of the other. Melissa's just said she's already ordered the frames mould.
Oh, excellent. Well done.
Good choice.
But yeah, really good choice. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I do like layering these items, and you'll find that they fit into other. They all sort of cross-pollinate, don't they, between all the different moulds. They all go together.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which ones you go.
Said the steampunk heart one looks like the Tin Man's heart.
Which Tin
Man.
Oh, it does. You're absolutely right.
Very
it really
good. Yeah,
does.
that's
really
brilliant.
does. The next one is Amun and Bass. So this is really unusual. Like this a lot. So the ram's head, skull, We have some beautiful, really stunning.
Beautifully detailed.
Oh, the detail is amazing.
These
isn't
two
it?
wings are the two most used that I've done.
Yeah, I love wings as well. They're beautiful, aren't they? Aren't those gorgeous? We're just coming in now to have a look.
Sorry.
Alfie's fiddling with his website.
Yeah. They're just, I mean, that's the beauty of this resin. It really shows the detail of the mould.
I'm just trying to catch it so you can see the detail actually on the feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Try going the other way, go like tick it back. There we go. There we go.
There, right, okay. So yeah, it's so detailed, you've actually got the individual lines on each feather, which is just beautiful, absolutely
just
beautiful.
Stunning.
And they're more realistic than the ones that Finnabair did in the last release.
Yes.
Because they're more stylised and they're deeper.
Yeah.
These are more realistic. So these are perfect for slipping behind your Tim Holtz paper dolls and that kind of stuff.
And I love that. I love putting wings on people.
Centre
it. That's the cat skull.
There we go.
That's the little cat skull.
That's Bast.
And I didn't know which were which.
Did you know?
No,
right,
I didn't. Yeah. Thanks for the education. I needed that.
Bast is the Egyptian cat god.
Yes, of course. Of course.
But what I do like about this release is that you've got one mould that's got the larger items on them, but there's also another one that's got smaller versions of the same one. So if you want smaller wings, there are smaller wings in a different one. Oi!
Absolutely. Okay. So look at the size of this. This is Mecha Moth.
Yeah, Mecha Moth.
Which is just stunning. Look how big this is.
Yeah, I'll be using this in my demo later on.
And I've used a smaller version, which is from one of the other moulds as well. So this is Mecha Moth.
Yeah, I think the moth you actually get, if you get the other one that's got the smaller ones on, there's 4 or 5 different sizes.
I know, they're just fantastic.
Crazy. It's just crazy good.
So if you over pour it like I've done here, you can just take off the excess really quite easily.
Yeah. Do you want to know the technical term for that?
Yeah.
It's called flashing.
Flashing? Ah. Learn something every day.
Mr. Bentley, we know you're there. Don't blow your cheeks out at me either. That's the dog equivalent of giving you the glad eye, the side eye.
So these are just stunning. Do you want to show them that close up? So again, you get so many items in this. It's just
is that bag
fantastic.
I mean, just look at the detail. Now look can you see the screw heads on the body? They're part of the mould. Those haven't been stuck on afterwards.
No, it's beautifully layered, isn't it?
In the wings. Just look at just look at the veining, the detail in that veining. I'm trying to do it so that it's getting in focus. There we go. And you can see the inbuilt cogs and gears, and there's also a little clock face in the middle.
So just explain how you've painted that.
So I've actually painted that with black gesso to begin with, to give it a nice tooth. And I like to use black gesso with metallic paints because it really allows it to reflect all the colour. And then I've actually gone, my first layer is black metallic, which is called Raven. And then I've used a combination of...
Let me free hands up.
Thank you. And then I've used a combination of different metallic paints. So I've used Kingfisher Blue, Merlin, Brass Monkey.
So Merlin's the darker blue, isn't it?
Yeah. Sleeping Beauty, and quite a combination. But don't worry, because I'm going to be demonstrating the same colours for you.
And Carolyn's asked how much resin would you mix in one go?
I actually mix about 30 grams at a time. And that way I've got
each.
of each, yes. So 30 grams of A, 30 grams of B, mix them together and do a pour. And that way I've got enough time to pour them into the moulds and work it. And then I'm not sort of rushing at all.
Hey.
So the next one is Pieces of Underworld.
Now, this is the one with the smaller wings on.
Yes, it is.
As you can see.
As you can see
so
there.
there are two other sizes of those beautiful wings.
So the big wings come on Amun and Bass. Let me bring that down so you can see that label. And then the small wings come from Pieces of Underworld. Okay, so you can see them here. So these are the big wings and these are the small wings. So you can see them. I've got average, slightly large male,
Man hands.
female, and then huge man hands.
Man hands.
God, you've got huge hands. I never noticed. Long fingers.
Pianist fingers, yes.
Pianist fingers,
Although
that's
I can't
right.
play.
Can you not?
No.
I'm surprised. Yeah, man of many talents. So there we go. So big wings.
And then you've got the tiny ones there.
Oh, yeah.
But there's also another set down there, look.
I know, they're gorgeous. And
can't-
you get another one of those, and you get a skull and crossbones.
That's the skull and crossbones I was telling you about earlier when I snapped it and to stick it with glue, super glue. I'll just remove that flashing from there.
Thank you. And I'm trying to put it back in the wrong one. Oh, I tell you what, and I love this chain here. Absolutely love it. I think it's gorgeous.
Right,
The
if you're doing it with
detail on
paper
that.
clay and something which is flexible, it's easier. So the chain is the one that you really need to be trying to take out before it sets to brittle.
Yes, I must admit I do demold after 30 minutes whilst it's still, and that way, because I'm a bit ham-fisted, as you saw earlier,
Really?
it's so I don't break them. And then I just put them on one of my paint mats, which is like a non-stick mat, just to finish curing. I even love the detail on that.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
I think the safety zone for demoulding and it's still being a little bit flexible is 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
After that, it starts getting more plasticky, I suppose. I mean, this, when all said and done, this is what we call liquid plastic. So, so after 45 minutes to an hour, it's more brittle.
Yeah. Look at the size of this.
It's huge.
Huge.
Yes, we know you're here. Don't worry.
Bedlam.
Absolutely.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Do we have a measuring stick?
We do have a measuring stick.
There we
So
go.
this is in inches. It's shy of 4 inches.
But 3 3/4.
Yeah,
or
and
thereabouts.
it's about just over 9.5, 9 3/4 centimeters in diameter. So really lovely. So that would look great on the front of
anything.
anything at all. It would just look amazing.
On the front of a journal,
Yeah.
on the front of a bag.
Which one's that?
So this is clock faces, and I've also put pocket watches on the same one because they've all got
again.
beautiful clock faces, cogs, all sorts of lovely things. But in this one you get pocket watches as well. So this is lovely how you can add things to this.
Some of the clock faces in there do actually fit.
Oh, I know. It's just so clever, isn't it? Look. That could go in there.
Yeah, I think
but there's a bigger one, isn't there? Is there a bigger one? Oh,
those
there
ones,
it is.
That's it.
There we go. Obviously, it's on the same one. So you can actually layer them up beautifully.
Caroline says, could you cut the casts in half? The actual cast piece.
Oh, that once it's
This.
set, while it's still flexible,
Yes.
but you run the risk of damaging the design.
Yeah.
If you want it in half, it's probably best to wait until it's a bit more rigid, and then you could probably, I don't know whether it would work like you when you cut a tile.
Yeah.
So you score the back and then.
Yeah.
I've never tried it, to be honest.
I've never tried
So
it. Yeah, I've never tried it.
I've accidentally done it, not on purpose.
So these are just beautiful. Again, the detail is amazing, and you get lots of little screw heads in with these as well to fill up, and tiny cogs and tiny little screw heads. So they utilise every last little bit, which again is so much better than previous releases.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're not going to use everything at once, you could always just store it in a little box until you need something for later on, which is what I do.
Yes, I do as well. I mean, I've been pouring lots because I'm going to be using them next weekend on our secret retreat. So, but those are clock faces and pocket watches. And then finally, we have, put those just behind you, darling. Thank you. So this is Nocturnal Insect. So I'm just going to get back the other one, which is Mechamoth. Okay, so this was, if you remember, the huge, beautiful moth.
Which I think is almost 7 inches. I think I measured it.
Can't we just get measuring stick out?
It's almost
7 inches, or 17.5 centimetres.
Which is just crazy.
Oh,
it's crazy good.
Really, really good. So this goes with it. Or it complements it, because you have the same, let me get rid of that, you have the same design, but smaller.
Yeah, the only difference really is it's the cog in the middle.
Yeah.
That's slightly different.
It's taken out some of the detail, like on the bottom here and the central cog. So it's just simplified it ever so slightly, because otherwise it just wouldn't look right.
Yeah. So this one is slightly bigger than the smaller one on the main set. So actually you've got the 3, which are 3 different sizes. So big, medium, smaller, but there's also even smaller ones.
Yes. So the smaller ones on here, which I love, again, for layering. So I'm going to keep them on. So many
different uses.
I know.
Because you've got so many different options.
They're just absolutely stunning, aren't they?
One thing to mention is the cast resin sets that we're doing as well. So they're some key pieces from each moulds are being sold as cast resin.
So if you're a bit nervous about casting your own, you can actually buy some precast ones. Yeah. So, and you've got a selection on the website.
We do.
Excellent.
And there's a deal on where if you buy 2, you get 2 for $10.99 rather than £13.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's a good saving.
That's really, really good. So you don't get every last piece, but look on the website. So
and I know, obviously, this is the casting resin is obviously it's chemical. So if you have breathing issues, obviously you need to wear a mask.
Yes.
But if you don't want to do that and you don't want to put yourself through that, then obviously you can buy the precasts.
Absolutely.
Which is a really good idea.
Yeah.
And also, if you've got a specific project in mind and you don't particularly want to buy the mould because you're only going to be using it once, then just buying a precast is perfect for that too.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. So there we have all those beautiful moulds. Thank you very much.
Just on this one though,
yes,
don't forget the fairy wings, separate fairy wings, because I mean that for me was the main selling point on that particular one.
Love these fairy wings. These are just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I have actually coloured some smaller ones that come in. Oh, which set do these come in? The smaller ones.
The same one.
Oh, yes, they do. Yes, there they are.
No,
Further
you
down.
can't have Teddy, Mr. Bentley. No, come on.
That's my teddy.
Yeah.
I collect teddies. That's not a doggy's teddy. That's a mummy.
I did bring his teddy, but I didn't want them to fight.
No.
Because they will.
Okay, so these are the lovely little fairy wings as well, which are just delightful. And again, I've used black gesso first of all to give it a nice tooth, and then I've used Emerald City. These are all metallic paints. Kingfisher blue.
No, you're not having Kay's teddy.
Sleeping Beauty, which is the darker blue, and the Raven black as well as a base. So those are just absolutely gorgeous. So that's that one. Okay, let me just pop that to the back there, out of the way. So you get such beautiful detail, and I've just had so much fun playing with these. It's just been really, and it's so easy. They're so easy to do and so easy to paint as well, which is really lovely. And of course they layer up beautifully as well.
Sorry, I'm just having to feed the dog with treats again.
Yeah. If you want to go and feed him, you can do. It's all right.
No, it's all right. The other treats are there, so they're pestering.
So they're just absolutely stunning. Really are.
Yeah, and what I like about this release for all the moulds is that there's such a fantastic variety of different things.
Yes.
That you can, I'll use the words cross-pollinate. You can basically bring one element from one mould with another and layer it and add to it, and you can. There's just so much to go at.
There is.
The possibilities of the combinations. You can keep on going for ages and ages and ages.
You can, absolutely. So I just want to explain about the mermaid. So because I was doing metallic on her fin bottom half, I've actually only painted black gesso on this area here, just so that the metallic really does shine. I've then left her body clear of anything. That is just the resin shining through, which is this lovely warm ivory colour. I have not put anything on the hair, but maybe I should have put a bit of white gesso on, which would have really been lovely. So that is using all the new colours, and I've just finished off with a tiny bit of luscious on top. No, sorry, it was metallic paint. Beg your pardon.
Is that the vodka martini?
Yes, it is. Well done.
Oh, hey.
Okay, so let's show you how we mix this up. So the first thing I'm going to do is get myself a pair of gloves. Can you help me just move these over, please, Mike?
There we go.
So a pair of gloves, open your window so that you've got good ventilation.
Or
Or a fan, yes, absolutely. And get all well prepared. So the first thing I do is...
I don't know who started, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Would you get me a mould, please? I think maybe the frames, because that's quite delicate.
The frames.
Yeah, the Brock frames, I think, because that will really show it off. So,
I've just kicked the desk.
Oh.
There you go. It's all right. I didn't hurt my knee. It's okay.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you want to kiss it better? Actually, that really hurts, doesn't it? Okay, so get yourself some gloves. Get everything ready. So I'm going to use this mould because it's got loads of detail in, and also this little area here and these tiny bits here. So I'm also going to use my silicone cup and stirrer, because these can be reused rather than actually one use and then throw them away. So I prefer to have that. Let me just move that across more. There we go. And you'll need some kitchen scales. Okay, so let's get this all open and ready. Just give it a little bit of a shake, just make sure. So we have part B on the right and part A on the left. So I place my cup on the scales and I switch it on and it goes to 0, because then it's not measuring the weight of the cup. I'm going to put about 40 grams, I think. I'll probably put in here 39.40. There we go. Put the top back on. Then I'm going to 0 it again. There we are. And I'm going to put 40 grams. Just pour it really slowly. It's nice and fluid, so just pour it really slowly.
See, I would have just carried on.
Yeah,
got to 80.
Yeah, normally I do, but just
It's strange how different people do it differently. The thing with the hardener is, if you just go over a little bit, it doesn't matter.
No. But you want to be mixing a decent amount for it to actually...
A decent amount.
Yeah. There's a lot there.
Yeah. This is a huge amount, because I want to...
After the event.
Well,
in small pre-mixed bottles.
No, the thing with this is, it doesn't matter how much you mix. it will still cure in the same length of time.
Yes.
In fact, the larger the piece, the quicker the set, because there's more thermal mass. So you'll notice that if you do pour the larger ones, they do tend to change colour, because it does change colour quicker than the smaller pieces, because it's the mass that kicks in that thermal reaction to set the chemical reaction.
Could you move the scales for me, please, Mike? Thank you.
So, and they do get warm, but not hot.
Yeah, and just pop that in the centre of this. And I think I might need another mould just in case.
There we go.
Yeah, that's lovely.
She's making me work for me supper, isn't she? Shall we do the moth one?
Oh, yes, I love that
in fact,
one.
No, I'll tell you what. Let's do the Amun and Bast.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that's got the big like nut heads on it, which I absolutely love.
Oh, those are
like
lovely.
The big bolt heads.
Right, so I've been mixing for 30 seconds and see how fluid this is. It's lovely. It is just fantastic. And you get a really thin stream, which I really like. So you can actually control this really well.
Yeah. And I always find that it doesn't pay to be too hesitant.
No, you just need to go for it.
No,
and it will find its own level, you can see. Right, okay, I've had enough, Alfie.
Oi! Come on, out. Come on.
Kids, eh?
Yeah.
I think your postman's here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it doesn't necessarily pay to be too hesitant. If there was any kind of advice, it'd be like, just go for it.
Absolutely.
But the other thing is, it will find its own level.
Yes.
So just make sure that you're actually doing it on a level surface. I've got a glass cutting mat that I put my moulds onto because I know it's level.
And I make sure that I don't put it on my desk behind me because I know that that is not level, as I've found out in the past.
Is it wobbly bob?
Oh, yeah, it sort of sinks to one end.
Yeah. So it does, like I said, it does find its own level. You will know if you're not on a level surface. And then if you just give it a few seconds just to settle and run, and then you can see if you just need to add a little bit more to the your mould, like on the end of the wings.
Yeah. And also, I like to use the stick just to sort of help it along, just to
encourage it.
Yes, just to encourage it to go to those edges there.
I mean, if you do just go over a little bit, like I said, and you get a little bit of that flashing on the edge, it's not the end of the world.
No.
It will just knock off with your fingernail once it's set.
So I'm just going to encourage it up those little details there, but you can see because it's so fluid, you can actually pour it really nicely into the edges of some of these small nuts. And
the other thing as well is it may be worthwhile, and I'll speak to Alfie about it, if you get some of those disposable pipettes. If you get those and then put those on your website, people can buy those as an accessory, which I find invaluable because literally it's the disposable, so you can literally pick some resin up and then put it into the real fine detail bits if you wanted to, if you're feeling if you've got shaky hands or problems with arthritis or whatever, and you want to just use the smaller bits but are not confident in your ability to keep steady, those disposable pipettes are absolutely invaluable.
That's a really, really good tip actually. We can get some of those, definitely. And
they're light as well. They're very, very light.
And very easy to use, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that has done quite a lot because these moulds take a lot of resin. So I could have done the whole of that and some of this, but I wanted the wings. I wanted those bast heads.
Have you got a tissue or anything?
Yes, I have. So I'm just going to. There's a tissue there.
Sorry, it's just that there's a little blob on your mat there. That just imagine you're putting your elbow into.
Yeah.
There you go. And you're using a silicone mat, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Which means if you do get any on the mat, it'll just peel straight off.
Yeah, but it's worth just wiping it off. So if you're using these little ones, these are just disposable, and obviously, you know, these only take a small amount, but I just wanted to show you how much a large cupful will do. So it's going to be over 1 mould, so you need to be doing a lot less if you just want to do 1 mould. So maybe do 20 grams of each. So I can leave that to harden and then take and then pick it out, because it goes inside out.
It just goes like really wafer thin, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. But I find that if I give this a good wipe while it's wet, it's easier to clean up. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to come back to this later on and show you how they are when you demould them.
Can you hear him scratching at the cupboard?
I can.
You're a monkey, Mr. Bentley.
Right, so now I'm just going to take my gloves off, and we're just going to put that over.
Is it rigid enough to lift up? It
is, yeah.
It's grey board, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you need to...
Yes, thank you. That's lovely. And if you put them actually by the door on that table, just move that box, because
it's wide enough just to sit across.
Yeah, that's superb. Thank you so much. So, excuse me for looking at a blank screen. So, what have I done here? So
I don't know, I want it.
So let me just bring in my paint mat. Let me move these out of the way. And let me bring in some colour as well. So I know that you're going to do some Luscious later on.
I will be playing with Luscious later, yes.
Because normally I would just automatically go for Luscious, because I just love Luscious. But sometimes I forget that our metallic paints are just amazing. They're gorgeous. So I'm going to decorate this. So what have I got here? I've actually used a stencil first of all. This is one of our beautiful, gorgeous, thick watercolour, hot pressed, smooth journals that are made specially for us. And what I've done is I've used a stencil, if I can reach into here and get it out. There we go. I've used this stencil here. In fact, it was...
Jolly Good.
Jolly Good, that's right. On the cover. And I've actually used our True Grit paste. Now, the nice thing about the True Grit paste is that if you force dry it, you get all these bubbles, which is absolutely fantastic. You get this lovely, big, juicy texture, as you can see. It's just stunning. And then I've actually dried it off, and then I've painted it with Black Raven Metallic, which is this one. And it gives me a lovely black base to work on.
I never thought of using the metallic paint as a base. Just the metallic black.
Yes.
Black gesso.
Yeah.
Was the one that I reached for first of all.
Yes.
But
yeah.
to put the Raven black. Genius.
It's fantastic.
Absolute
and it gives
genius.
You a really, really great base. And it also means that the detail in there is metallic black. So let's get some colours out. Okay, so we have Kingfisher Blue, big favourite. Sleeping Beauty, a true blue. So we've got a teal blue. We've got, these are all metallics. And remember, these are all absolutely beautiful original recipes for mixed media. And what does that mean? It means that you can actually put these onto fabric. This one is always a little bit runnier. And why do I always spill it? You know, I'm just, look, I'm covered in it already.
I don't know, Kay, why do you always spill it?
Because I'm overexcited.
Can I refer back to that cack-handed comment you made earlier on?
Oh dear, don't you just love it? Don't you just love it?
I'm not going to mention the gin.
I've got some rose gold as well. And let's just get out we've got the True Gold, which is Goldfinger.
Sponsored by Bombay Sapphire.
Yes.
Sponsored by Bombay Sapphire.
It's a word from our sponsors, yeah. Alfie's hoping.
I wish Bombay Sapphire would send us a sample. Oh dear. Yeah, Brass Monkey. This is this lovely sort of green gold, which is just gorgeous.
Just so everybody knows, it took me 3 years to persuade Kay to do this brass colour.
It's true.
And
it's
absolute.
And I absolutely love it.
Yeah, thank you.
I absolutely love it. I really, really do. So I just start off putting bits of colour anywhere, really. I think I'll just concentrate on this, otherwise it will take me ages to do the whole book. So I will just concentrate on this central section here. And I'm using a flat brush, and I'm just really keeping it quite horizontal so that I'm keeping the black underneath. And this is Brass Monkey. So let me just put a little bit in there as well. And then, because I'm quite a blue person, I'm just coming into Merlin.
Duke, you've just sat on my foot. Oh, you big lump. Oh, God blimey.
He's really heavy, isn't he?
Just a tad.
He's really strong as well. I took him to the hairdressers the other day. And she said, he's really strong, isn't he? I went, oh yeah, he doesn't look it, but he is. So this is now Merlin, which is the most beautiful deep blue. How would you describe this, Mike?
I wouldn't even say it. More of a deep petrol blue.
Yes. Yeah, that's a really good description. Yeah. It's just
when I was a teenager,
delicious.
I had a petrol blue jacket.
Oh, did you?
I wore out because I loved it that much.
Oh, don't you love the 1980s?
Oh.
Did you have the hair as well? You know, like the guy from Aha. You know, that sort of quiff at the front. No.
Because I was a redhead back in the day, when my hair grew, it just went wavy.
Did it?
Yeah. So I couldn't achieve those kind of hairstyles.
Oh, bless. So what sort of hairstyle did you have then in the 80s?
My hair was dyed to within an inch of its life, constantly.
Really? Did you dye your hair?
Yeah, because...
But it's a beautiful colour.
Well, I know, but when you're a kid...
Yeah, that's true. You never want what you want,
no,
what you've got.
You get picked on mercilessly for being a redhead.
Yeah.
So I used to dye it. So I went for all different colours. From bleach blonde to bright green, and I mean talking acid green, to blue.
Oh, I love it. I'd love to see some pictures
At one point,
of
actually,
it.
it was even tiger striped.
Really?
Yeah,
oh,
tiger
wow.
stripes.
Brilliant.
So, black and red.
Brilliant.
So Wendy says she's never made the connection till now, but it's the blue bottle makes Bombay Sapphire the gin of choice.
't
Yes, it is. The
Thank
blue
you, Wendy.
bottle. You're absolutely right. It's got nothing to do with the taste. No, it's just a favourite, huge favourite. But you're a rum man, aren't you?
I am a rum man.
Yeah.
But I will just point this out. When Kay and Alfie come to my house, there are 2 bottles of Bombay Sapphire in the cupboard. And who are they for?
Just us.
Yeah, just you.
It's true. It's true. You look after us, don't you?
2 bottles, not just 1, 2.
Yes. I hasten to add we don't drink 2 bottles in a night when we come to stay.
No, just the once, wasn't it, Alfie?
Never again.
Never again.
Yeah, that's so funny. Alfie never gets drunk. Maybe once every 2 years.
Yeah.
But that was the night, wasn't it?
That was the night.
Yeah. I think he finally let his hair down actually that night.
But didn't you spend most of the next day in bed?
He did, yes, yeah, he did. Had a rare day off work. Okay, so I'm just going to put it on the other camera at the moment. Let me just close that drawer. Right, that's all you can see, the stencils. Sorry about that.
Just hold it for a second. Right, move it back a bit.
to me, to you, to me, to you.
I don't know why it's not.
I know, Mr. Bentley. She's not holding it close enough, is she? Giving his advice. There you go. See?
Okay, so this is where we are at the moment. So I've just been putting, blobs of paint on here, there, and everywhere, and it's starting to really come together.
It is lovely.
Okay. So go back to the overheaders again. Thank you. Okay, so we've got loads of blues in there. So we need a little bit more of the bright blue, I think, which is the Sleeping Beauty. That's it.
Carol Lewis, you're so right about the hair. She said redheads have hair that does what it wants, not what you want. Yeah, that's so true. But mine went from being almost copper coloured to being strawberry blonde in the space of like 2 years.
Really?
It just went. It was like, I think my body just ran out of copper.
Or it got fed up of being dyed and gave in.
Yeah.
And rolled over.
At least it never fell out.
Yes. Yeah, you're very lucky that you've got a lovely head of hair. Right, so I've put a bit more of the that lovely Sleeping Beauty on, which is that bright blue there.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's nice to have a bit of a contrast, which is great because this gold finger really does shine through.
Yeah. Well, I think the fact that you've used 3 different blues.
Yeah.
All right. So we're getting a bit close.
The fact that you've 3 different blues, you're staying within that same cool colour family.
Yeah.
But adding the gold and the copper just gives it that real pop of contrast.
It does. It does. They're so excitable, the dogs. They just love having a play
Daisy's
date.
just run out and Bentley's shouting after as if to say, where have you gone?
She's here, look. She's hiding.
Oh, she's hiding now. Right. Are you getting a bit too boisterous, young man?
I think it might be time to put R2 in the house, Alfie.
Yeah.
Give them a rest and let Bentley calm down. So I'm just I'm just using the rose gold, which is lovely, and just touching some of the edges just to give it a bit of a highlight.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I can't help myself, but just start. What I'm going to be doing is doing the whole of the book.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm just going to clean off my brush onto here. But I'm going to leave that black border. That is gesso, by the way. Our journals come in a royal blue, and or like an indigo blue. And I've painted the base black because I wanted a black border. And I did that before I actually did the stenciling. But don't you just love that heated? It just looks fantastic. Really huge, big lumps of colour, of texture on there.
Yeah, the texture's absolutely stunning. Love it.
Yeah, so this is going
Everything
really
looks
nice.
better with texture.
It does, and layers. So what I've used is I've actually used the frame from, what are the names of them?
The Baroque frame.
Baroque frame, that's right. Then I've used, could you find which?
That's the mecha moth.
That's the mecha moth.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
And the smaller moths are from the, I think it's Nocturnal Insect set.
Nocturnal Insects,
Yeah.
That's good. And what about the clock face?
The clock face.
And that's called
faces.
clock face.
It's called clock faces.
Excellent. So you don't obviously have to buy all of the moulds, but I'm just saying that they work together really, really nicely. And that's the beauty of them all being designed together. And I just think they work really well. So again, I'm using the Kingfisher Blue, the Sleeping Beauty, and the Merlin as my 3 blue colours. And again, I'm not really thinking about where they're going. I'm just putting blobs of colour here, there and everywhere.
Intuitive.
Absolutely. So I'm going to I'll finish this off air because we need to give you a chance, Mike, to set up for yours at 11. Give yourself a time to have a cup of coffee and a biscuit. Got you some bourbons.
Oh, lovely.
Custard creams. So you can see how this is coming along. I quite like the middle bit now. I think that will do. But what I always tend to do is put it away and come back the next day and just have a look at it and see whether I need to just add some touches here, there and everywhere. So do we have any questions at all, Alfie?
No, I'm feeding you them as they come.
Excellent. Jolly good. So, final word on the resin. Mike,
Yes?
why do you love this resin?
I love this resin because it's easy to mix because there's no messing about with ratios. It's just a straightforward
1 + 1.
1 + 1. It's
Yeah.
as simple as that. And the fact that you can be demoulding it and playing with it and painting it within an hour.
Yeah.
So
That's-
literally, from mixing it up to adding colour to it, you can be doing it within an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, what's not to love about that?
I know, it's just brilliant, isn't it?
Absolutely. So,
Which is why I'm going to be using it in classes, because you don't have to wait 24 hours for it to
yeah. And
demould.
obviously, when it's my turn to take on the hot seat, we'll talk about some jewellery making as well.
Yeah.
About the
Yeah.
benefits of this resin with jewellery making. So if that's what you like to do, you also like to make your own jewellery or making jewellery to sell, then stay tuned.
Yeah.
Because I've got a few tips for you.
Excellent. But I will just say the diamond resin, which is the jewellery making resin, is such that because it doesn't shatter, this is a lot more brittle, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've just got to be aware that it is a more brittle resin. But this is just so lovely to work with. But yeah, I just absolutely love it. I love it for the casts. I love it because it's so quick and it shows up the detail of the mould, which is just gorgeous.
Yeah. It's a very it's a brilliant one for really detailed moulds.
Yeah, it is. It's lovely. Alfie, could you put me on the other camera, please? There we go.
Almost good enough to eat.
Yeah. So
Do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you so much. Right, so just finally, thank you so much for joining me for this launch. I've had lots of fun showing you all these beautiful moulds and the resin, but I want you to stay tuned or give yourself time to go and grab a cup of coffee.
Are you not going to show the demoulding of the...
Oh, yes. Yeah. Is it half an hour since we've done that?
Probably.
Yeah.
Is it? Let me just
I know, it feels like 5 minutes, doesn't it?
It does. No, it's not half an hour. It mustn't be because it still feels soft.
Does it still feel warm?
Yeah, it still feels warm. So we'll do that
Why don't
on
we-
your show.
I was going to say, why don't we do it at 11 o'clock?
Yeah, that'd
absolutely.
be lovely.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining us. Get on the website and take advantage of the special offers that Alfie's done for you. We'll do that. So the starter kit is $29.99 for your 200 grams of that. You get some mixing cups and some mixing sticks. But if you buy 2 starter kits, Alfie's done them for you at $44.99, which is a fabulous saving. How much is that? About 15 quid off.
Yeah, near enough.
That's great. Now, if you don't fancy actually, you want the casts straight away, we have got some cast resin sets for you, and those are normally
£6.50.
£6.50. Wow, that's amazing. But you can buy 2 for $10.99. That's amazing. The cups and stirrers that I use, you get 2 of these and 2 of the stirrers for £15. So that's a saving of...
No, that's 2 sets. So what you just described is 1 set, which is $11.99. 2 sets.
What? So you
getting
basically you get 4 of these
4 cups
and you
4
get
stirrers.
4 of the stirrers.
Well, that's even crazier.
That's
Crazy.
mad.
It's just crazy.
What, for £15? 4 cups and 4 stirrers. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Get
That's the
those
price.
now.
Yeah.
Get those now
Absolutely.
because that's ridiculous. And then we've got 20% off all Zuri moulds. And the Finnabair moulds are a ridiculous price anyway. It's just mad. So those are about how much, Alfie?
$17.99.
$17.99.
Which is cool.
Which is so
a really good price.
Really good price.
Yeah.
So some amazing prices, and these are available for the next 24 hours.
This weekend.
Just this weekend.
All weekend?
Yeah, we might extend into Monday as it's bank holiday.
Okay, extending it
Of
to
course,
Monday.
Monday's
But
a national day
that's
morning. Isn't
whether we run out of stock.
it? Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's
So-
fine. We'll just put a delayed dispatch on.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that's brilliant. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I will be here with Mike later on at 11 o'clock. So go and get a cup of coffee and see you then. Bye.
Bye.